Today, we are on part 9 of $100 million money models and how to apply them in the land investing business. So 100 million money models is a book by Alex Hormozi. So I spent like a month or so going through the book. I wrote down all my notes, and we have these long series where we go over the notes and discuss how we can apply in our land investing business. And we work with ChatGPT to come up with ideas, and we implement them, and then we discuss the results. So today we are discussing the classic upsell.
The classic upsell, yes.
So workshopping, the classic upsell. So just to a high level recap, we started with what a money model is. Then we went into the attraction offers, and there were like 5 kinds. Do you remember? The first one was win your money back. The second was giveaways. Third was decoy. Fourth was
buy X, get Y free.
And the fifth was
pay more later, pay less now.
Pay less now, pay more later.
Yeah.
So those were the 5 attraction offers that we discussed, and we workshopped them.
And those are about bringing in more leads.
Correct.
Now we're on the upsells, which are about making existing customers more valuable, right?
Or making more money in the first 30 days.
Yeah. Win a free car.
Oh, Zafiel is here. Win a free car.
That's a giveaway.
Well, we do free land. We already do free win free land. Yeah. If we sold cars, then we'll do win a free car.
That's one of the examples, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's one of the examples. All right. So let's get into it. So I put in the notes in ChatGPT, and I wanted to get ChatGPT's input into what kind of ideas it comes up with. So here's some ideas I came up with, and Erica, let's go through them. We probably have to split it into 2 because
I think this is a meaty one.
This is like the most important chapter in the book. So, okay. So you can't have X without Y upsells for land buyers. So when someone decides I want this lot, here are the problems they immediately become aware of. I don't want anyone else to take this land while I think. Upsell that solves it. $40 to $50 refundable hold. You don't want someone else to reserve it while you're reviewing it, right?
Well, we already have that.
But are we positioning it?
That is a good line. Maybe we could think about updating the script.
Right. You don't want someone else to reserve it while you're reviewing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So should I add it to the...
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want someone else to reserve it while...
Oh, we still need to act on the...
Yeah. It's fine. So this is hold upsell, right?
Hold upsell.
While they are thinking about it. Right?
Yeah.
Thinking about it or doing due diligence. Okay.
Well, that would... I'm thinking that could be a change in the closer script when we're getting to the hold request.
I mean, anytime we ask for hold, we should do it. Okay. So the next one is buyer's new problem. I don't know if septic will pass. Upsell that solves it. Perk test. I was on Caravan and it popped a window saying a car was reserved and I couldn't buy it. I think it might have been a fake notice to get me interested. Or it could be real.
Could be real.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do fake stuff. It's like anti-consumer laws and stuff, right? So it's possible.
If they're a big enough company, I don't think they...
Caravan, it is. They're selling a lot of cars. You know, actually, they... I should bring Juniper here.
Why don't we ask Juniper if she thinks that's real? Or should we look at the website?
No. Yeah, you can pull the...
See if we can replicate it.
Juniper, Caravan, the car company, What is their business model and how does it work? Are they doing better than the traditional dealerships?
Oh, Carvana.
Or is it
So
Carvana?
Caravan,
Yeah,
or more
Carvana.
commonly known as Carvana, is that online car retailer that basically lets people buy and sell cars almost entirely online. Their business model is all about convenience and cutting out a lot of the traditional overhead that physical dealerships have. So instead of going to a lot, you browse cars on their website or app, and then you can get the car
Influencer.
delivered to your door or pick it up from one of their big vending machine-like towers. As for whether they're doing better than traditional dealerships, it kind of depends on the market and the time. They've definitely shaken things up and grown quickly, especially among people who like the convenience of online shopping. But traditional dealerships still have a big share of the market, and some people prefer that in-person experience. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but Carvana has definitely made a name for itself.
Yeah, pop-up is.
So what is their do they do upsells in their offers? Erica's not going to come right now.
Carvana does
when
have
you're
some upsells in their
checking
mix.
out.
It's kind of like
when we're
any
checking
modern
out.
online retailer. Once you're going through the car buying process, they'll often offer you additional things like extended warranties, gap insurance, or even service packages. So in a way, they're using a kind of classic upsell strategy. You buy the core product, which is the car, and then they suggest these add-ons that solve the next problem, like protecting your investment or covering potential repairs. So they're definitely playing in that upsell space as well.
Can we get a full list of the upsells they use?
Can we get a full list of the upsells they use?
That's a good example.
Well, I can't
Samia.
give you a full official list of every upsell they have, since that can change over time and depends a bit on the market. But generally, the kinds of upsells Carvana tends to offer include things like extended warranties, which cover repairs beyond the standard coverage, gap insurance, which is useful if the car is totaled and you owe more than it's worth, and sometimes service plans or maintenance packages. They might also have financing upsells, like different loan terms or extra insurance products. So it's a range of things, but those are the common categories. If you need more specifics, just let me know.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's similar to what rental car companies do, right? So $0 cash down, $320 per month. That's really low. Oh, they have like a financing
Free shipping.
partner. They have a financing partner, right? So they get their money. Juniper, Carvana, when they offer financing, is the financing in-house at Carvana, or is it like a third party company that does the financing and they get paid right away?
Yeah, so Carvana does actually offer financing in-house. They have their
what
own
they're saying.
financing arm, which means they can directly provide loans to their customers. That said, they also sometimes partner with third-party lenders if needed, but in a lot of cases, when you finance through Carvana, you're basically dealing directly with them. That means they handle the loan and get paid over time as you make your payments. So it's kind of a mix, but they definitely have an in-house financing option.
I'm guessing most of the cars they sell is on owner financing.
Yeah, you're pretty much on the mark there. A lot of Carvana's sales do end up being financed through them. It's just really common because a lot of people prefer to finance a car rather than paying all cash up front. So Carvana kind of leans into that and makes the financing process really easy. It's definitely a big part of their business model to have a lot of those transactions include some form of financing.
They're
Where is
not a marketplace, right? That all the cars they're selling are cars they
That-
bought.
That's the question I was gonna ask.
Okay.
The cars that they're selling, they own them outright?
Yeah, exactly. So Carvana isn't just a marketplace where people list their own cars like some other platforms. They actually own the cars they sell. They buy the vehicles, recondition them, and then sell them directly to consumers. So they're more like a fully integrated retailer. That means every car on their site is part of their own inventory, and they handle the entire process from purchase to delivery.
Also similar to what we're doing. So
What are some-
Carvana, how much do you know what their profit margins are?
Yeah, it's definitely a similar idea to what you're doing, just in the car space rather than land. In terms of Carvana's profit margins, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Historically, they've operated on relatively thin margins per car, especially because they invest a lot in logistics, marketing, and their whole online infrastructure. So while they do make a profit on each car sold, it can be relatively slim. And as a company, they've had periods where they weren't profitable overall because they were reinvesting in growth. But generally, it's known that online car sales can have tighter margins than some other industries. So they're making money on each sale, but it's not huge. And a lot of their model is about volume and scaling up.
And
How did
Harpreet's
they,
saying,
did they, like, isn't the business very capital intensive? Like, how did they raise so much capital?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is a super capital intensive business. I mean, they're buying cars, reconditioning them, handling all the logistics, and building those big car vending machines. So, to do all that, they did raise a lot of capital. And they started off with venture capital funding, and then they eventually went public. They had their IPO in 2017. And that helped them raise a significant amount of money from public investors. So, they've relied on a combination of venture capital, going public, and then using that capital to keep scaling the business. It definitely takes a lot of money, and that's how they did it.
All right, so we just need to go public. All right, end of live stream.
Harpreet's saying when we're asking Juniper for information like this, we should say don't assume anything, only use real facts and in-depth market research.
Yeah, well, it's Juniper, it's not ChatGPT. It knows. Juniper knows. Juniper is advanced. So,
so Juniper,
hold on.
What tactics can we directly take from Carvana and use in the land investing business?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of cool stuff you can borrow from Carvana's playbook and apply to land investing. For example, one big tactic is just that super seamless online buying experience. You can make the process of buying land as easy and transparent as Carvana makes buying a car online. That means having a really user-friendly website, maybe adding virtual tours, super clear financing options, and instant chat support, kind of like your Juniper co-host, Go for Land. Another tactic is offering in-house financing or a really streamlined financing option. Carvana makes it easy for people to finance a car. So you could do the same with land, making the terms super clear and the approval process really fast. And of course, you can borrow their idea of making the whole thing feel trustworthy and convenient, like offering guarantees or easy returns if someone changes their mind. Basically, anything that removes friction and builds trust can be lifted from Carvana's approach and tailored to your land business.
Juniper, do you have a sister we can use on our website?
Well, if by sister you mean another AI persona or some kind of virtual assistant we can add to your website, absolutely. You can think of it like having a Juniper sibling who lives on your site to guide buyers through land purchases. We can customize a chatbot or virtual guide with a unique name and personality that matches your brand. So if you want a sister for Juniper, we can definitely create that kind of experience and add a friendly face to your website.
What would the good sister name would be for Juniper?
Laurel.
Oh, we can have some fun with that. If Juniper's already got that kind of friendly, approachable vibe, maybe we pick another nature-inspired or just warm, welcoming name.
Holly.
Something like Sage, Ivy, or maybe even Willow if you want to keep it in the plant family.
Willow.
Or we could go for something like Sunny or Bree if you want it to feel a bit more cheerful and bright. So just let me know what kind of vibe you want.
All right.
I
think we're going on a tangent. We're going on a tangent. Okay, fine. So, all right. So, yeah. So the one thing that they do is they offer the monthly payments pre-selected, which we don't want to do because then we lose the edge. We're trying to move the cash forward, right? Yeah. So who's holding Juniper? Do they resell? Do they resell these notes or they keep them in house?
Yeah,
so
I know. In
Carvana's
case, they actually do often resell those notes.
Oh, they do resell.
What that means is once they financed a car and they have that loan, they don't necessarily keep it on their own books the whole time. They might bundle it up and sell it to investors or financial institutions. It's a pretty common practice in a lot of financing businesses because it helps them free up capital and reduce their own risk. So yeah, they do resell the notes rather than holding on to all of them in-house.
Do you recommend we try to resell the notes or we try to use the upsell strategies and downsell strategies and continuity offers to keep them in-house and try to bring cash forward?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and it kind of depends on your overall strategy and your cash flow needs. If you're looking to free up capital quickly or reduce your risk, then reselling the notes, kind of like Carvana does, can be a good move. That way you get that cash infusion up front and you don't have to wait for the long-term payments to trickle in. On the other hand, if you want to maximize the lifetime value and you're comfortable with a bit more complexity, then using upsells, downsells, and continuity offers to keep those notes in-house can be really powerful. That means you can offer additional services or incentives to your buyers over time and kind of build a recurring revenue stream. It can also help deepen the relationship with your customers. So it really depends on your goals. If you want quick cash flow and lower risk, selling the notes is a solid choice. If you want to maximize the long-term value and you're willing to do a bit more on the upsell side, then keeping them in-house can pay off. It just comes down to your strategy.
So why is Carvana not going with the long-term, maximizing the long-term value of the customer? Wouldn't in the long term they'll make more money?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's really about how Parvana balances their business model. The reason they often resell those notes rather than holding onto them is really about cash flow and risk management. By selling the notes, they get a big chunk of cash right away, which they can then reinvest into buying more cars and growing the business faster. It also reduces the risk of holding a bunch of loans on their books, especially if the market changes or defaults go up. So it's not that they couldn't make more money in the long run by holding onto them, but for them, the priority is growing quickly and keeping their capital flexible. It's kind of a trade-off. They choose to scale faster and reduce risk rather than waiting for that longer term payoff. It just fits their business model and their growth goals.
Okay. I guess it's also they have pressure from the
Yeah.
boards and stuff, right? They want cash up front. They don't care about customer relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's where we add competitive advantage.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, isn't that the downside of going public? Now you're serving the investors more than
Unless you are like you are the majority owner,
yeah.
right? All right, we'll have to think about. I think it's still far ways off before
Yeah,
we
that's
go public.
that's it.
All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to the notes. Okay, so that was the first idea. You don't want anyone else to reserve it while you're reviewing, right? So we're gonna use that. I don't know if septic will pass. So perk test, partial refund if it fails. Well, partial refund if it fails.
That's something we didn't think about. We could be upfront saying we'll partially refund you.
Right now, I looked at the last 7 sales calls where we had a potential offer. All of them said they don't have the money, like not even for the doc fee. They're like, well, I want to buy, I just don't have money. Can we split it into 3 payments? I was like, oh my God.
I mean, this might also again be an avatar problem, which is a separate strategy session.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listened to the latest
I
podcast.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But Avatar, but we are selling on monthly, right? Yeah, I don't know how to solve it.
I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah.
You just
I'm
become
sure,
much more specific in your marketing. So you're targeting people who do want owner financing, but have sufficient money that they're not like, I can't make a $200 payment right now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I mean, it's just, we're reducing the increasing the qualification process, reducing the leads. I mean, it's tough
and being
to do
a little
that.
more, and also being a little more specific in the marketing language.
Yeah. No, I understand that. The only problem is you need a ton of leads.
Yeah,
right?
But there is the counter argument that if you listened to
I know, man. I listen to the same source.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it works better when you have strong marketing. Like if you have like 50 million subscribers and you just like you're getting leads left and right, then it becomes very easy to like, all right, we're just gonna get rid of the people who are not.
Yeah,
the
I
strong.
mean,
But when you're already getting,
it's painful in the short term. It's going to be
no,
painful.
man.
But
It's not about painful or not painful. Implementing it takes 5 seconds. That's not the problem.
You will see a reduction in leads before the higher qualified or the higher quality leads pick up, right? That's why it's
no,
painful,
it's not picking up. That's the problem. It's a function of the economy and also function of the fact that our market is not as strong as it should be.
No, I understand, but I mean there's always going to be the ups and downs. I mean
there's no ups and downs. You just have to fix the marketing.
Fixing. Well, I think we're going on a tangent for this particular.
No, it's fine.
But
I think we need to say no to customers who don't have money, but we also cannot say no to customers and kill.
No, it's not about saying
sales.
No once they're within the pilot. It's more about updating the. Yeah, it's more about updating the pre-process, the marketing language, the qualifications.
Product is king and marketing is God. That's a good line.
That is a good
Harpreet,
line.
where did you get it? Oh, Harpreet is here. Hold on, Harpreet. Harpreet, where did you get that line from? That's a good line. I like it. Okay. All right. Yeah, but I still feel if we fix the marketing problem, I mean, I think these lives on Goksha Capital, like you're doing lives, we're doing lives together, part of the review. I think you just give it give it a few months and it should. We're seeing the trickle effects already, but I think at some point it will snowball. I'm pretty sure if we do it for a year, it should snowball.
Yeah, I think we need to give it a year at least before we make a judgment on whether it's working.
No, I know. I mean, it's working from a trust building perspective.
Yeah.
People who are being more transparent. We're showing everyone how to do due diligence. We're like, so I think it's gonna work. It's still working. Like I see in the sales notes, people mention. We already know it works for trust. It's also, it helps us learn and grow, and we enjoy doing it. I mean, it's a like for us, it doesn't even matter if it doesn't help the marketing side. And we know it will, but even if it doesn't, it's just for us, it's so much. We learn a lot as well.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win. Okay.
And we might want to consider testing Facebook and Google ads too.
Yeah.
Because
that's
I think that's
the next step where we also want to stay focused before we add a new. Yeah. All right.
Because as you said, the potential market is very large, and right now our marketing distribution is only going to those channels for the super warm leads, like people who are eager to buy right now.
No, not necessarily.
I mean, most people don't even know about land.com and landflip. So
land.com themselves, they do a lot of Facebook and social media. Where do you think they're getting the leads from? The leads coming directly from land.com is maybe like less than half. Like the remaining, they are retargeting on Facebook and.
So that's an argument for learning how to do
TikTok.
It ourselves. And
exactly.
Yeah.
But once again, you cannot do Facebook, you cannot do Google, you cannot do YouTube, you cannot do land, you cannot do everything. You gotta start with the channel, master it, and then move on, right? So, and right now we're still not at a phase where we should start thinning our efforts. Okay.
We're going on a lot of tangents on this.
No, that's the point of the workshop.
Yeah.
Okay. So I might want to build someday. What can I build?
Oh, wait. Are we just ruling out the partial refund for a perk, or?
So that's what I was saying. So people don't even have money for down payment. And if you pitch another like $1,500 upgrade before they even buy, like I think that's just going to complicate every single sales script we have.
This might be something where as we do more middle value properties, we consider something like this. Although in those cases, we already are doing a perk. So.
Mukesh Ambani said it. That's the guy one of the richest men in India. Harpreet, do you have the name of the podcast where you listen to it? I can do the notes. All right, that's good. Mukesh Ambani is very smart. Okay. Well, if you're the richest person in India, you have to be smart.
What is his, not another tangent, but what does his company do?
Oh, he has like hundreds and hundreds of companies.
Well, what was his original?
I'll give you an analogy, and that will perfectly explain how he became super rich.
Okay.
He's like Alexander the Great. He was handed
a kingdom, and he turned it into an empire.
He turned it into an empire. That's what. Right, Harpreet? That's what you said?
But
I don't know if Harpreet knows the Alexander the Great.
What was the original kingdom?
The original kingdom...
Real estate?
God. Hold on. Juniper, tell us about Mukesh Ambani, the guy who is like the rich guy in India, and also his dad, and what he acquired from his dad, and how he expanded it into a multi-billion-dollar company.
Absolutely. So Mukesh Ambani is one of the richest people in India.
Oh, should I?
And he's the chairman and largest shareholder of Reliance Industries, which is this massive conglomerate. Now, his father, Dhirubhai Ambani, was the one who originally founded Reliance back in the 1960s. And Dhirubhai started off as a textile and polyester business. He was really well known for his entrepreneurial spirit and for basically building Reliance from the ground up.
He's the
when
richest
Mukesh
person
Ambani
in
took
Asia.
over after
You're not
his father
even
passed
listening.
away,
Okay.
he really expanded the company into a whole range of other sectors. Under Mukesh, Reliance moved into petrochemicals, refining, retail, and then later into telecommunications with Jio, which is this huge mobile network in India. And that really transformed the company into a multi-billion dollar empire. So basically, he took what his dad built and scaled it up massively, diversifying it into new industries and making Reliance one of the biggest conglomerates in the world. It's a pretty impressive legacy.
So, Juniper, what can we learn from him and apply in our land investing business?
Well, that building a big
Absolutely. There's a
huge
lot to
business
take away
requires
from Mukesh Ambani's
generations.
playbook. One big lesson is
Oh
the
my
power of
God.
diversification. He didn't just stick to one sector. He took what his father built and expanded into new industries. For your land investing business, that might mean looking at different types of properties, different regions, or even different revenue streams, like adding complementary services. Another lesson is the importance of innovation and staying ahead of trends. Mukesh Ambani really pushed into telecom and digital services when he saw where the market was going, and that gave him a huge edge. For you, that could mean using new technology, exploring new marketing strategies, or just staying flexible in how you grow. And of course, there's the lesson of scale and ambition, thinking big and not being afraid to take bold steps to grow your business. So there's definitely a lot of inspiration there.
Juniper, did your pacing change? It seems like you're talking faster than you were in the previous days.
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, like might be a little more peppy today. Sometimes I just adjust my pace to keep things lively, especially when we're diving into cool topics. But if you prefer me to slow down a bit, just let me know and I can totally do that.
Oh, you noticed.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
All right.
So where are we?
We're going back to the suggestions for upsells.
So partial refunds. See, yeah. So I'm saying stay away from septic because it's just gonna complicate the life cycle of our sales, and also that means we're saying, oh, if it fails, then I mean, because once again, if traditional septic fails, it's not the end of the world. You can get the advanced septic. It's just gonna be a little bit more expensive. It's not like you fall in love with the land. It's close to your family and stuff like that. Extra, if you have to spend extra $5,000, $10,000,
Yeah.
and you're not even thinking of building right now, and you get appreciation. You're like, oh, I'm gonna build in 10 years. By the time the land will appreciate, maybe by that time they'll have even more advanced septic systems. So I don't think someone who's looking to build right now, like this. There was this lady. She called and she says, well, I just sold my house and I want to start building a new one right away. Right? That person needs to do perk and they do need to do it now. And they're not going to buy from us until they get a conditional perk. So people who are buying on like 200 per month, 300 per month, they're not really looking to build right now anyway. So that's the reason why I think it's just going to be a red herring and we're just going to... Because then we have to educate them on perk, and then because like Harpreet was having this call. He was trying the buyer. So this is like a true story. This is the same guy who says my brother will live on the property. The buyer is asking him, how do I know after I pay off the loan that I can build what I want to build? It's like, holy cow, dude, that's such a basic question. You call the county, you look at the zoning, right? And he just didn't know. And so Harpreet said, well, look at the zoning. He was like, how? And once again, he doesn't speak English. So he only speaks Spanish. So I'm guessing if he cannot speak English, I'm guessing he cannot read English. So the zoning text is useless. So then he has to call the county, and then the county is not going to speak Spanish. So he has to have someone else call the county on his behalf and translate. It's so like complicated. So we're dealing with people who are buying these might not necessarily know. Like we are making so many assumptions, right? And he basically what he's trying to do, based on my understanding, he wants his brother to have a place where he can just stay there in a trailer or like a RV type situation. That's what's going on because they don't have the money to rent or whatever the situation is, right? I mean, we don't know exactly what the situation is, but they need a place to house. They cannot afford rent or buy a house. So they look for these 200 down, 200 per month land, and they're hoping you could just bring in the trailer, right? And they say, well, I'm working, so I can easily pay 200 per month. So that's not a problem. But then Harpreet is like, dude, you cannot live on it. And he's like, well, don't worry about it. My brother will. I'm not living on it, right? So it's just like a complete like we think the buyer knows 3 out of 10 knowledge. We're starting with some of the buyers who are like 0 out of 10.
Right. Well, we can move on from the purchase. The only thing I'd say is some of these we don't have to offer to everyone. It could be based on our read of the buyer. So like this kind of offer might be better for a cash purchaser who we know is...
No, they're gonna, if it's a cash purchaser, they're gonna do it anyway, right? Also,
correct summary, you got it.
Yeah, and also the person who's buying on cash, they don't need you.
No, I know.
I mean, we're not doing real value here. All we're doing is calling.
That point, I agree with.
I think we should leave it. Okay. We should leave just the septic thing is the whole thing that we have no expertise. We have no expertise in. We're not local to the property. There's just no value add. Someone does a bad job, and then we're taking a reputational risk, right? It's just not our expertise. Let's just stick with our sphere of competency.
Okay.
All right. The next one is, I might want to build someday. What can I build? So you give them a building guidance packet. You can't plan your build without knowing the zoning rules.
No.
But then it's charging building guideline packet. Now, once again, this is also full of liability and reputational risk, because Putnam County recently changed, added impact fees and whatnot, right? And if we had this PDF we created in 2020, that'll be completely outdated.
No, I agree. I think that's
we could just leave it.
Risky.
Okay. I want to put utilities later.
It's similar.
Utility roadmap packet. No, pass. What if I want to exchange to another lot? 12-month exchange. We already have that, right? I want to keep my payments low. Lower payment upgrade. Extend term. No, but that's the opposite.
Yeah, how's that even an upsell?
No, from ChatGPT's perspective, you're gonna make more money long term, right?
Yeah.
But ChatGPT doesn't know we're trying to pull the money forward, or we could just go public at it. How much? Oh, hold on.
No, another rabbit hole.
Juniper, how do we go public? How much money do we need to go public?
Yeah, so going public is a pretty big step, and it does come with some costs and requirements. Typically, to do an initial public offering or IPO, you want to have a pretty solid business valuation, usually at least in the tens of millions of dollars, if not more, just to make it worthwhile. In terms of costs, there's a lot of legal, accounting, and regulatory expenses that come into play. Often companies spend a few $1 million just to go through the IPO process. You'll need investment bankers to underwrite the offering. You'll need to file with the SEC, and you'll have ongoing costs of being a public company, like compliance and reporting. So it's definitely a big investment, but it also can open up a lot of opportunities for raising capital. If you ever want to go that route, it's good to have a strong financial foundation and a solid team of advisors to guide you through it.
So how much revenue do we need, and how much profit do we need to go public?
Yeah, that's a really common question. And there's not a strict one-size-fits-all number, but generally speaking, most companies that go public have at least a few $100 million in annual revenue. It's not a hard rule, but having that level of revenue gives investors confidence that you're established enough to be a public company. In terms of profit, some companies do go public, even if they're not hugely profitable yet, especially if they're in high growth industries. But having at least a clear path to profitability or some positive earnings definitely helps. In short, you want to show that you have solid revenue, a strong business model, and either profitability or a convincing growth story that will get investors excited.
So once you go public, how does it help you raise capital?
Yeah, absolutely. So once you go public, the big advantage is that you can raise capital by issuing shares to the public. Basically, you sell pieces of your company in the form of stock, and that brings in money that you can use to grow the business, invest in new projects, or pay down debt. It also gives you a publicly traded stock, which can be used as currency for things like acquiring other companies or attracting top talent with stock options. So in a nutshell, going public opens the door to a much larger pool of capital from public investors, and it can really fuel your growth in ways that might be harder to achieve as a private company.
Okay, so 200 million. All right. Okay, what is Upsells saying?
If it was a table saw, they'd buy it and then return it in the return period because they don't need it anymore.
Wait, what is in reference to?
As in, someone buy a table saw, use it for...
Use it and return. No, but what is it? What were we discussing?
I think one of the upsell
options.
options.
Okay. All right, let's move on. I want to protect my investment. Warranty deed protection plus lender reporting. We can't truly protect your land without title monitoring. No. Earmuff strategy for land. What free bonuses can give that create a new problem your upsell solves? This is also you wanted to discuss, right, Erica?
Yeah.
So free buildability quick check. If this sample check is helpful, we can do the full zoning analysis. No, man. Who's going to do zoning analysis? I mean, we could do zoning analysis, but then we're essentially coming up with things that they can or can't do, right? Which they should be doing, not us. What do you think, Erica?
Yeah. I mean, we're already kind of doing the zoning analysis in the property videos.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Free GPS boundary map. I mean, we have to give it. Upsell, discounted survey or corner marking service. How do we do discounted survey? I mean, we have to pay someone and then we're taking some from the top. It cannot be too much. Otherwise, people will be like, you're ripping us off. Free drone video. Comprehensive site report. No. Free 3 property comparison chart. Best pick recommendation add-on. No. Integrate upsells into existing offers so they sell themselves. Example, during the hold call, once we confirm the hold, the next step most buyers choose is the buildability suitability packet. Building suitability packet. So they don't buy something they can't use. Want me to include that? During underwriting, we can lower your monthly payments by extending. No, we have to go the opposite. We need to increase the monthly payments. During the welcome call, we'll send your deed once the payoff is complete. By the way, 25% of buyers choose the deed insurance add-on. So if anything else happens at the county level, we handle it. Want that peace of mind? We cannot offer that.
Yeah,
we're not an insurance company. Okay. Create problem solution chains to multiply LTV. Every land product creates its own next problem. Buyer pays hold. New problem. Is this buildable? Buyer buys buildability packet. New problem. Where are the utilities? Upsell. Utility roadmap. Buyer receives utility roadmap. New problem. Should I get a survey? Upsell. Survey coordinate service. Coordination service. Buyer buys survey. New problem. Now I should fence it. Upsell. Fence vendor referral plus discount. Buyer move forward. New problem. Title protection. Upsell title monitoring.
Oh, Zaphael has a comment on going public.
What market you go to public on also determines requirements. I work for a company that got listed on the New York Stock Exchange. The company revenue was only around 30 to 40 million. But we had hundreds of billions under management in insurance policies. Also, the revenue was low, but the net worth of the company was high. Oh, worked. Yeah. Zaphael is wealthily retired now. He doesn't need to work. Yeah. Revenue, yeah. So, I mean, we asked for revenue, but yeah, maybe the company, if the company is worth so much, even if the revenue is not that big, right? They just are very assets heavy.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I suppose theoretically, if we had like a massive portfolio of owner financing properties.
But why even go public?
But yeah, I don't know why we. I mean, that's one that's.
I mean, can
so
to buy even more property, or like I think the only reason we want to go public would be to expand to Canada.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
There are also some huge downsides, like you gave up a lot of control.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, that's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, I know. It's not even worth really debating right now. But
we're not even 8 figures, Erica. Okay. Let's focus on getting to 10 million then. Okay. Forget about 200 million. All right. Bundle naming for land packages. Starter landowner bundle. includes GPS map, buildability package, zoning Q&A. Builder readiness pack. It's all thinking in terms of like building, which we can do. Okay. Magnetic middle strategy of owner financing. $249 down, $199 per month. Small, medium, $299 month, $299 down, $189 per month. Most popular. Large. Wait, why are we giving them lower monthly?
To get a higher down payment.
No, that's not. No, we just do the interest.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Upsell guarantees, pure profit. Buildability guarantee. If zoning denies a building permit for reasons unrelated to buyer plans, buyer can exchange the lot for free. Payment protection guarantee. Exchange guarantee upgrade. We already do that, right?
We do that.
Deed protection monitoring.
What does that
mean?
mean?
Deed protection. I think it's what it's saying is, you know how sometimes they're like fraud?
Oh, like every couple months we check to make sure someone hasn't submitted like a scam deed or something. Do you think
But yeah, I mean,
people are even thinking about
because
that?
That we are the owners, right? So it's, what do they care? They said it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, surprise and delight. You have fence sitters on live streams. What? Oh, on the fence. It's like fence sitters, as in like people who design fences and then sit on them. You know, like, so you know how their fences. Okay, so let me explain before it's not completely ridiculous. Okay,
are you thinking of Humpty Dumpty?
No. Harpreet knows what I'm talking about. So you know how in the US the fence, actually we have that same thing, right? In the US, when you think of fence, you think of the white picket fence, right? You cannot sit on it.
Yeah.
Right? But fence sitters in India, the houses, like their fences are like
concrete.
Yeah. Right. So if you want to like talk to your neighbor, sometimes what I would do is I'll just jump on the fence and sit there. And then I'm like, hey, you want to play cricket? Kind of thing, right?
Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's what I had to clarify, because you're thinking in the US fencing. I'm thinking fence sitters. Someone just sitting there waiting for the friend to come out. Fence sitter. Harpreet knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Tire kickers. Yeah. Fence sitters, tire kickers. Or on the fence. Yeah. Okay. Give bonuses one by one, but if they buy early, give them all of them. See, Harpreet knows. Example sequence. Bonus 1, free GPS map, free drone overview, free comparison chart, free buyer Q&A call. I mean, we have all of them. Hyper buying moment exploitation. They're excited. Yes, I want the land. Stack upsells. Do you want the starter bundle? Do you want buildability check? Do you want utility roadmap? No. Bam fam. I mean, we already know Bam fam. Book a meeting from a meeting. Okay. Use free gifts that create upsell opportunities. Free utility distance snapshot. Jesus. Free is flood zone map. Free lot shape diagram. Same product upsells. Second lot discount. Buy one, get 15% off the second. Portfolio starter pack. 3 lots across 3 counties. You can't build wealth with just one lot.
I'm sorry, but you've hit.
Well, that's not a bad line.
Which one?
That you can't build wealth with just one lot.
Yeah. I mean, we have for the membership, right? Oh, we can use it in the membership. Right? I'm going to add that line. Okay.
I think what we need to do is workshop the membership, because we need to make that stronger. And then I do think we need some kind of free product, or maybe we take off one piece from the membership and offer that free to get people interested in the membership. But right now, it needs to be stronger, what we're offering.
Yeah. We'll get to it. I mean, at the end, there'll be the continuity offer. Tire kickers are for automotive. They like to test drive and kick all the tires on the car and talk about it, but never buy it because they could never afford to begin with. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Tire kickers. Literally kicking tires.
Should we come up with a land-specific
Dirt
term?
kicker.
Dirt kicker. Yeah.
Okay.
Fence sitter.
Fence sitter. We'll have to explain it.
Yeah.
And once you explain an analogy, it's not common enough. I think we should flip land in India. The records are not public though. So you can't.
But,
Canada you can, right?
Yeah, we looked at it. There are people who are doing it in Canada. It's less common.
All right, so that's the plan. We get to 100 million in revenue in the US and then do IPO and then expand to Canada.
Sure.
Why? I mean, we can ask Zafiel to be an investor and Harpreet can also be an investor. All right, let's move on.
But also, so on the membership, everything will be encroached. In India.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another problem. Yeah, what are you saying?
Oh, on the membership, though, that's not really a continuity offer. That's an upsell.
That's a continuity offer.
No, a continuity would be getting them to buy another property.
No, membership is like, no. Buying another property is upsell.
No.
Okay, let's get to continuity. What's the point of arguing when we haven't even reached there? Okay. That's what I'm saying. Let's wait until we get there because then we're not like under optimizing. Okay. Thought you cannot buy in Canada at least residential property. Why not? Can buy in Canada.
Oh, they might have some short-term flip laws.
Juniper, can we implement the land flipping business in Canada or are there restrictions?
Implementing a land flipping business in Canada is allowed, but there are important tax implications to keep in mind. Since January 2023, there's a federal anti-flipping tax that treats profits from properties sold within a year as business income, meaning they're fully taxable. Provinces like British Columbia also have their own anti-flipping rules, adding extra taxes for property held less than 2 years. The classification of profits as business income or capital gain will also affect taxation. Given these complexities, it's wise to consult the tax professional familiar with Canadian real estate laws.
But you can still flip. You're saying is just that you'll have to pay extra in taxes?
Exactly. You can still flip land in Canada, but you'll need to factor in the higher tax rates and the specific rules around short-term sales. The main thing is that any profit made within a year is treated as business income, so it's taxed at a higher rate compared to capital gains. It's definitely doable, just with a bit more planning and some professional advice to stay compliant.
What about selling on owner financing? Is that a thing? Is that a common thing in Canada?
Owner financing is definitely possible in Canada and it's becoming more common, especially in certain markets. It can be a great tool for sellers who want to attract more buyers and make properties more accessible. However, it's important to understand that there are legal and regulatory considerations, such as proper documentation, interest rate regulations, and the need to ensure that everything is compliant with provincial laws. It's definitely feasible, but it's good to have legal guidance to navigate the nuances.
Okay. All right. We can do it. Okay. Zafiel is saying other countries have very bad laws regarding land ownership and actually owning it. They normally require you to get citizenship or have somebody else buy the land and hold it for you. That is a citizen.
I wonder if that's the case in India.
Juniper, in Canada, can you buy land if you're not a citizen?
Yes, in Canada, non-citizens can buy land, but there are some restrictions depending on the province. For instance, British Columbia and Ontario have additional rules and taxes for foreign buyers, like the foreign buyers tax, which can increase the overall cost. Some provinces might have specific rules about non-resident ownership, so it's important to check provincial regulations. Overall, it's definitely possible, but it's always best to get local legal advice to navigate any complexities.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Zafiel is right. They might add taxes and stuff. Okay. So same product upsells. Buy second lot for 15% off. I mean, that's a big discount on a real estate property. Next is portfolio starter pack. 3 lots across 3 counties. You can build wealth with just 1 lot. We already did that, right? We added it. Okay. Next. Integrate next purchase mentally from day one. Residential houses, they don't allow to buy. It was changed 2-3 years ago. Oh, as in you cannot flip houses? I mean, it's fine. That's out of scope for us. But yeah, land, it seems like you can. Okay, so next is integrate next purchase mentally from day one. During welcome call, later, when you're ready to develop the lot, we have the builder prep pack that makes the whole process easier. I'll share once you're settled. Plant the seed early.
You could say something later when you're ready for your next lot. We do have
the next lot.
The next lot.
Okay. Next, raise prices ethically through upsell options. Base price $79 per month with popular add-on $69 per month or $99 per month. Landowner protection plan $8 per month. Priority customer support $5 per month. Zoning consult upgrade $15 per month. I mean, we already kind of roll some of them, right? Okay. Give me upsell ideas that are not related to building, on the land.
Well, shouldn't we frame it like what is the biggest problem other than building that buying a property on owner financing
Oh, you're right.
lot
That's good.
causes, and how can we solve it?
That is, I'm gonna commemorate this.
Nice job.
That is good. All right, Eric, I'm giving you credit. Let's put that in the live stream because you say I don't give you credit when you come up with good ideas. Okay.
Every now and then I might have one.
Okay. So what problems do land buyers have unrelated to building, right? That's the question?
Yeah.
Building on the lot.
That are created by buying a property on owner financing.
That are created by
And how can we solve them?
Buying a property on owner financing, and how can we solve them? All right, let's see. So we are almost an hour in. Oh, by the way, it tells you the CPU percentage here. It's only 6%. Okay, it's thinking. All right. So here are the hidden non-building problems that owner finance land buyers suddenly discover only after they buy your land, and how you can create profitable upsells, guarantees, or services that solve each one. These are gold mines because almost every buyer experiences them, and yet nobody in the land space currently offers solutions. Okay, the 14 biggest non-building problems owner finance buyers face and how you can solve them. It seems like a blog title from the 2015s, right? Okay. Number 1, don't want to miss a payment and lose the land. Fear of losing the property from payment mistakes, job changes, bank card failures, etc. Every owner finance buyer has this fear. Solutions you can offer: payment protection plan. We have that. Card failure backup service. That sounds ridiculous. No loss protection. 2-week grace period once per year. We have something similar.
We already
right?
have a 10-day grace period. Although, I mean, I suppose we could charge for it.
10-day. Where did the 10-day grace period come from? Platinum membership, where you get Abhi's cell phone and can call him 24 hours a day. I don't think anyone wants my cell phone. I think everyone wants Erica's cell phone. No one wants to talk to me.
They will once these pick up. No.
Oh, once I'm a certified land critic.
Yeah.
Celebrity land critic. I don't think anyone's still gonna want to talk to me. I think everyone wants to talk to Erica because she is nicer. Okay. We get so many phone calls, by the way, our sales team takes them and they're like, no, I only want to talk to Erica. I saw her in the video. I'm going to talk to Erica. and one time Rose was like, actually, she's doing another video right now.
Well, that was true, wasn't it?
He was like, oh, I want to talk to the lady from the video. And she's like, oh, she's doing a video right now. It's funny. Okay. Oh, one time I think someone said, well, if she talks to you, how will she do the videos?
Which is true.
You just, talk
I used to do all the sales calls.
And then, Zaddy? What's Zaddy? What's Zaddy?
Zaddy.
Do you know?
I don't know.
I hope you gotta explain what Zaddy is. Okay. I don't want to miss a payment and lose the land. Oh, we discussed this. Yeah. Next is, what if my card gets compromised and autopay fails? Autopay insurance, $4 per month. Dude, that's not even...
Well, we already do that. I mean, maybe there are some things we already do that we should charge for.
Wait, where did the 10-day thing come from?
Gosh, I don't remember. We've always had it. I don't remember how
Is it like a by default thing that you have to add to the loan in the software or no?
No.
Or is it we add?
Yeah, that was just when we first, I mean, like 7 years ago when we first created our terms. 8
years ago. Okay. All right, let's look at, let's
thinking about it.
10-day, what is it? 10-day?
Grace period,
like upsell. Mm-hmm. But we need to, I think by law, we might need...
Yeah, I think there are going to be laws around this.
We might need to give
we should
grace period.
Yeah. I mean, we also we want to be legal, ethical, and fair. So it'll take some thinking.
We'll check, yeah. Okay. But yeah. What if... Yeah, we looked at this. How do I track my payoff balance and deed timeline? Owner portal upgrade. Automated. I mean, they have access to the loan servicing, right? So they can check when the balance will get paid off, right?
Yes. Although a lot of people seem to struggle with finding that.
How are you going to solve them? How are you going to solve it? By logging it for them?
I mean, long term,
unless you build like an in-house.
we build our own in-house, but
we're turning into a software company where we're already not selling, and now we have to solve software issues. Gotta stay focused.
Not a solution right now that we can.
Yeah, and we're gonna save maybe $1,000 per year or something.
I think it's less about saving money, and it might be more about just increasing customer satisfaction because we have a number of people who aren't entirely happy with the current.
Yeah, I mean that'll always.
Although that's always going to be the case. So
because it's not their loan, what do they care?
Yeah,
we have to kind of like fill in the customer service. Okay, yeah, I don't think we should be solving that problem at the moment. Maybe when we're trying to go public.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit before then, but not right now. But in the future, I think it might make sense to have our own.
But I don't know if it's worth solving. Okay. All right, fine. Mm-hmm. Or let them screw up and then we use our excellent customer service to charm them. Hire luxury presence eventually to do it. Luxury presence? As in like hire someone else?
To pretend to be you?
To pretend to be me? Like a fake?
That doesn't sound... Not sure we're understanding.
Yeah. Are you referring to someone who's doing that? Maybe he's talking about someone who's already doing something. Okay. What happens if something happens to me? They worry about making sure their spouse or kids inherit the land correctly. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad...
Beneficiary transfer add-on. Ooh. We prepare insurance companies do that, right?
Yeah.
In the stock companies or the brokerage companies also do that.
Is this something like where they fill out a form and they say, in these events, we have the deed ready?
No, just just have the beneficiary. If the beneficiary will take over the loan and when they pay off, and we charge.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll add it. That's definitely an upsell.
You could have something similar if someone like eventually wants to give it to their kid when they're no longer a minor. Could have another form where they can transfer it over.
That is a good idea. Okay. I don't want surprise county taxes or liens. You track tax bills. No, right now we pay for it. Should we make that an upsell? That you pay for it. If not, then we'll pay for it for a service. Although
That's an
most
idea.
people will just say, I'll pay it, and then they won't.
Yeah, we thought about this. We can think about it again because it is not a bad idea. The problem we were thinking before was that some people might not pay the tax bills and then you lose the property. When we're paying for it.
Or then you'll have to track.
Yeah.
Harpreet
was thinking about that too.
Yeah. Who will you contact? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a good idea. Okay. I mean, that's like things like this. We could consider, having them as the base pay for the taxes. We'll still monitor. So if they. No.
But I don't know. That's increasing.
Once again, it's not worth.
It's not worth the extra. Yeah, it's not worth the risk that we lose the property.
It's going to cost more to just. Because half of the time they don't even pick up the phone. Right? You have to call them like 20 times and email them 10 times. And
I suppose you could say theoretically, once we get the notice that it's behind a certain amount, we'll just pay the taxes, even if it's technically there.
No, I think that's not touch that.
Yeah.
How do I set up utilities inside the contract period? You don't.
Yeah.
How do I access the land if I'm far away? Remote owner
we thought about something like this.
Annual drone flyover. We did that. We're like, no one is taking it, right?
Didn't seem to be that.
What if the property is not what I expected after I visit? Swap your lot. Yeah, we give exchange guarantee. I want to see my land appreciate, but I don't know how. How to improve value without building. I mean, we give that as a free thing. Okay. Will the county notify me of changes or violations? No, they will notify us.
Yeah.
How do I keep the property secure from squatters? Well, they're not even on the deed. I don't think they'll care.
Well, I mean, if they will, because eventually they're.
But once again, even fencing, you need a survey first. Now we're going into the same thing that we don't want.
Although the discounted no trespassing sign package, although that gets into what value are we really adding?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What if the interest rate feels high? Yeah, give higher down payment. I want to add family members to the contract, but don't know how. Ownership add-on service. Maybe. What do you think? Like later, if you want to add.
As in after the deed's recorded?
No. Like they have a 3-year loan. After a year, say, oh, can I add my boyfriend to it?
To the loan?
Yeah. So for $99. Or you can just pay $9 per month and then add anyone you want.
Yeah, we can test it and see if people. It seems
unlikely.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the other one is more powerful, beneficiary, because it's bigger companies are doing it. No. Bonus. payment protection plan, tax monitoring, beneficiary transfer, exchange guarantee. I mean, this is what we looked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Survey pre-check, no. Drone, remote orientation, no. Okay.
Oh, wait, did we ever really discuss fully whether the exchange guarantee should just be an upsell, not a...
Right now, we're offering 365 days, and then we do upsell for if we want to do longer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we could make the base a little bit shorter,
So-
like 6 months.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah, we could look into it. I mean, right now it's already not selling, so let's not touch anything. Let's not reduce. We reduce the benefits when it's selling, not when it's not selling, right? Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. We got some ideas. Zafiel is saying you should never lose a property as a lien holder from taxes, as you'd be the one on deed. I believe, right? You just run the risk of inheriting liens plus past due taxes. Right. Well, the problem is if you're late on the taxes, then they charge penalties.
Well, the bigger problem is...
And then eventually they'll sell it on the tax auction. So that's why we're like, all right, we'll just pay the taxes. You pay us on your monthly. I think it's easier for them as well because they rather not have one big check.
Right.
Just easy for them. Just roll into the monthly payments. Okay, so Erica, here's what I'm proposing. So we got some ideas, right? But next session, we should go back to the notes and look section by section and then put one section at a time and then say, all right, ChatGPT, tell us more about this, right? Just do a once over, a workshop, a subsection by subsection to make sure we didn't miss anything because this is like the most important.
Okay.
All right. So next session, let's do the workshop, subsection, and to make sure we covered everything. And if we cover it in the first 20 minutes, then we can move on.
Okay.
But I want to make sure we don't move on before really digging into this.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So, okay. So CTS screen, when are we meeting?
Should we do Thursday?
So what is today?
Tuesday.
Wednesday? Why not Wednesday?
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow around the same time, 2 p.m.
Okay.
Something maybe 1:30 to around there.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, check us out at honestwealthbuilders.com if you are interested in joining our mentorship or not mentorship. What is it called? Mastermind. Yeah, group of action takers. We discuss the execution strategy that we execute, and we discuss the results and help each other out because we can't execute everything all ourselves. It's better that or I guess we can execute everything. It's just that we cannot execute everything at once. So if there are multiple people executing in parallel, then we can get the data faster and then we can learn from each other's execution results. Did I explain it properly?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow in the afternoon, Eastern. Erica, anything else you want to wrap it up?
No.
You find? I hope people are finding this valuable, right? Like this is. I find this really interesting. The brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
Right, because it's just like, who knew we're gonna talk about Mukesh Ambani today? And who knew I was gonna explain fence sitting? See you tomorrow, guys.